Hey, what's up, you guys? So today I want to talk to you about New York City. Or to be more specific, I want to talk to you about pizza. Because guess what? Who doesn't love pizza? I definitely do love pizza. A lot of people in New York do love pizza, and you might also love pizza. But at least as far as I know, even though I've never been to New York, there are a lot of pizzerias in that city, right? And a lot of those pizzerias have a very long tradition. A lot of them have been there for like around 100 years or more. And they have been using the same ovens for a very long time. And those are traditional wood or coal-fired pizza ovens. But all of this might soon come to an end, because there's a law being proposed that would force all pizzerias in New York City to reduce their carbon emissions or their carbon footprint by 75%, which would essentially mean that they would have to get rid of their ovens or that they would have to install filters, which could be pretty costly, and a lot of businesses couldn't afford that. I think around 100 businesses might be affected, and there has been some sort of like public outcry from at least a few individuals that scream things like, oh, there are more important things in the city, right? Like, that we need to take care of. Like, we got problems with rats, we got problems with trash or crime or the traffic, whatever. Like, I'm not a New Yorker. I don't really know what kind of problems they have, but those are, of course, like the obvious big problems that you always see in movies being portrayed or whatever. And, I mean, they do have a point. And talking about the whole, like, carbon footprint thing, of course, there will be some sort of carbon emissions coming from those ovens, but really, like, in the grand scheme of the entire city, not only just of the city, but like the entire state of New York, really, like, around 100 pizza ovens make a big difference? You really think those pizza ovens being replaced will save the world or the climate? There are more important things that the government could and should take care of, right? Especially when we talk about the environment. There are probably way more, like, important things that they should focus on, but they chose to target pizza ovens or something. So obviously a lot of people have been calling the city silly. Even Elon Musk called it silly. I personally don't really like Elon Musk, but there are definitely a lot of points, or at least some points, that I would agree on with him. But yeah. But let's talk about the real deal. This is how I even heard about the situation in the first place, which is this random guy called Scott Lobido. I hope I pronounced it properly. At first I was like, who's this crazy dude? Like is this just like some crazy like pizza store owner, like some crazy dude who sells pizzas and makes pizzas or whatever, who got really mad?
Give us pizza or give us death. Give us pizza or give us death. Give us pizza or give us death. Give us pizza or give us death.
No. I looked him up on the internet, and it turns out that he is an artist who got famous for driving around the entire United States, and he drew the United States flag on different rooftops all across the US in all 50 states. He did it like twice even, I think. And this is how he got famous. And now he decided to pull another stunt, which was like, I think it was like a humorous attempt to protest. At least I thought it was really funny. I don't know if he didn't like intend it to be funny. I hope he did, because I really laughed my ass off. It was very funny. It's kind of like a skit, from like an old movie. Like, just imagine someone tasks you to write a funny skit involving an Italian doing or behaving in a very stereotypical way, right? He'd probably be like, oh yeah, like, how about we have an Italian guy screaming and being angry and like he's throwing pizza? That's essentially what he decided to do. He made this video on Twitter where he was screaming, he got very mad, he compared this to the Boston Tea Party, so he's kind of like having his own little revolution or whatever. And then he goes out of his way to throw slices of pizza over some random fence towards some sort of like government facility or something, like pizza bombing them. like straight up declaring war against the government of New York, you know, like Italian warfare. Like he's throwing pizza. That's like throwing grenades for other nations, I guess. You know, Italians throw pizza instead of grenades. We all know that. It's a fact. Look it up in the history books. But yeah, all jokes aside, I thought that was a really funny situation, and that's how I even did more research on it. And I don't know, like, you can agree with Scott Libido on different topics, or you can disagree with him on different topics. I don't really care about his other opinions. I just really thought it was funny that he did that. And I really hope it was intended to be funny, like, and humorous, because I really did laugh my ass off. And that's pretty much everything I did want to say about that. But I just want to mention real quick that, you know, about the pizza oven situation. If they really want to save the environment, they shouldn't focus on pizza ovens. There are way more important things to focus on, and I think they should be focusing on those things. Again, I'm not a politician. I'm not an environmental scientist, but I'm pretty sure there are bigger problems than a few pizza ovens in the city of New York. And I just think it's very hilarious to see, you know, a lot of these people obviously being mad and pulling weird stunts like throwing pizza at government facilities or whatever, and it's just funny. Yeah, that's pretty much just my 2 cents. Let me know more about the situation if there has been anything new since, you know, I made and uploaded this video, and yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. Over and out.